Good day, everybody. Um, Very rainy day here today, but I am very glad to say that I got up, I did some of the stuff I needed to do, and then I took my beautiful dogs. That's my 14-year-old girl, Miss Haley, back there hiding because he found a new ball. There he is. That's Jasper. I took them for a walk, even knowing that at the time I left it wasn't raining, but the potential for rain was there. And I could have hummed and hawed. I could have, do I really want to go walk out in the rain? It's a little bit cool. It's not a typical spring, almost summer day. But I have a habit of making sure that I get out every day with my fur babies in nature, and it is largely to keep them healthy at big dogs, older age. It is largely to get me physically moving. It is also a time that I really use to feed my soul and feed my mind. Now, if I would not have done that today, I would have missed out on some amazing things. I would have missed out on the joy of seeing my big dog finding a squeaky ball and reveling in the joy of this found treasure. I would have not have seen my older girl, who has some mobility issues but is doing really well today. I would have missed out on the experience of seeing her trotting along behind her brother and stopping and smelling all the beautiful smells and the wildflowers and just enjoying the experience of living with no expectation, with no judgment of the conditions, of the weather, of the environment, but just reveling in the experience itself. And that made me pause. And I mean, like, physically pause. And I took in this great big breath of fresh, clean air that is filled with the smell of rain and wildflowers and trees that are giving off beautiful oxygen, and even the wetness of my feet as I'm walking through the tall grass, and just taking that moment from my fur babies to just appreciate the experience with no judgment. Not, oh, this is uncomfortable, I'm going to get wet, I'm going to get a chill, but just the joy of being in the moment. And when I did that, my senses were literally overwhelmed with beauty, with things to love, with things to appreciate, with things to enjoy. And we danced together in the rain, and we don't move that fast with the old girl being the age that she is, but she moves with joy. Each step was, what will I smell next? What will I experience next? I say mostly smell with her because she doesn't see very well any longer. But that does not limit her joy. And so often we miss out on opportunities to be present. We look at other people, or we look at older animals, or we look at things and we, oh, that poor creature, as opposed to following their example and sitting in the moment and sitting in the joy and the love of the experience just for what it is, with no judgment, with no comparison. Oh, yesterday was a nicer day. Today is a rainy day. So yesterday was better than today. Just being in the moment. And when I did that, I will say that my mind, my physical senses, and my spirit was enriched by doing that. It was engulfed in the beauty of the moment now, not in all the things that I have to do later on today, or not in worrying about things that I might not have got done yesterday, or might not worrying about things that I maybe could have done better or could have done differently, but just being in the pureness of the moment now. And that is a really, really, really powerful thing. And that doesn't have to be sitting in the middle of nature. You can do that sitting in the middle of a shopping center if you want, because there is always beauty around us. There is always joy around us, because it is in essence what we are. And when we remove the blinders of judgment and expectation and just live in the experience, there will always be something that you can ingest and express, because it's coming from within. It's part of who we are. We have to experience it, but you can ingest what's beautiful and funny and joyful that's coming at you, and you can express it and amplify it from the inside out. So I just encourage you today, no matter what kind of day you are having, based on your physical environment or things that you need to do, or your current patterns of thought, or your current levels of belief, you can always pause. You can always practice the pause and just be without judgment, without expectation, without thinking about what's next. Just be in the moment, and there will be beauty there for you to experience. And like today, it was the joy of my babies. It was wildflowers. It was the feel of rain on my skin. It was being engulfed with fresh, beautiful smells that if I wouldn't have paused, this was 20 plus minutes into the walk when it hit me to pause. And when I paused, it was not sensory overwhelm. I don't want to use that, but it was sensory awareness. And I wasn't aware of all the beautiful smells and the sensations and the sounds and the energy that was surrounding me, because my mind was thinking, oh, well, okay, it's raining now. It's starting to rain a little bit harder. Maybe we should go back to the car. I have lots of stuff I need to get done today. And when I took the time, my babies, my little lovely fur babies, when it hit me how joyful they were in the moment, not because of the circumstance, not in spite of the circumstance, but just because they were, I paused. And I'm telling you, in that pause, I was mentally and physically refreshed. I was spiritually nurtured. Like I said, the smells and the sounds and the physical sensations that I just soaked in with no judgment. It was It was a profound and beautiful moment. And I encourage you today and every day to look for those moments in your day, to take the time for those moments in your day. And I am telling you, it will start to shift your energy. It will start to shift your mental patterns, and it will start to open you up to possibility that you might not have even noticed. So that's my message for you today. Dance in the rain, lie in the sun, sit in your office chair and spin around. Look for those moments where little children are laughing, or a coworker is expressing gratitude to someone, or a million things. Look for those things. Just open yourself to the awareness, actually, is even a better, deeper exercise. Just opening yourself to the awareness of all the good that is around you, and you will have a totally different day than you would have had otherwise. And you are setting yourself up for a giant shift in mindset that will change your life. And I just wanted to share that message with you today. As always, I love you sincerely. Thank you for taking some time to spend with me. And I want you to know how much I sincerely appreciate you. Not what you're doing, but I appreciate you. Just like I appreciated the moment for what it was. It was just being what it is. It wasn't doing it to impress me. It wasn't doing it to impact me. And I wasn't looking for it to fulfill some need or some want or desire. I was just in the moment, and it is a magical experience. I hope and I encourage you to find that magical experience for yourself today and every day. And especially on the tough days, especially on the stressful days, especially on the days that are harder where we're trapped in our own stories, take that time and just open your eyes, open your physical senses, open your energetic senses to the beauty that's around you. Because I can guarantee you, no matter what circumstance you find yourself in, it is there. It is always there, because it is always a part of who we are. It is our essence, and our essence cannot help but be expressed, whether we are aware of that part or not. But when we start opening up to it, it's a magical experience. I wish you all a very magical day and a very magical life. And I will see you next time. Thank you for listening. This is Coach Murray. Love you. Bye.